Hello, my lovely subscribers. Happy Beltane. I was called to do this reading and a lot of messages came out. So pick a pile. Pink rose number 1, pink rose number 2, pink rose number 3. And it's your message for Beltane. It's the halfway point between spring and summer. Let's see what's going on. What do you need to know? All right. Pile 1. Let me look at them first. Well, let's look at them together. Okay, by the way, a lot of romance angels came out. I knew that was the deck calling me the most for this reading, but okay, get ready, there's a lot. Are they all gonna fit? Yeah. Okay, so you can pretty much see them. I'll lift them up to the camera. You haven't been feeling very inspired. I get the vibe that you are an artist, or your career is artistic and requires inspiration of some sort, creativity. Let's see, now the reason is because Brigid, the goddess of inspiration, came out reversed, and Bast, the goddess of play, came out upright. So if you focus more on playfulness and enjoying yourself, reconnecting with your inner child, finding ways to be more light about life, you're going to get inspired. I'm reading these together. That's going to lead you to an inspired place. I have a feeling like you'll have aha moments. Things will come to you when you're in a more light state of mind. I think that you've just been a little too hard on yourself, a little too heavy. I kind of get the vibe that you're just overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities from this card. Came out reversed. So the Two of Pentacles is the balancing act. And it came out reversed, which means, you're not staying balanced. You're taking on too much. So if you can return to this playful nature, find ways, make time. I know I have a feeling I can feel you being like, I don't have any time. How am I going to make time? Sometimes you have to set boundaries that people aren't going to like, or even you might not like, but it's for your highest good. It's for your own health, and in the end, it's going to be beneficial for your career and your life as an artist, if that's applicable. Basically, your bread and butter, what you do for a living, the responsibilities. It's only going to help you with your responsibilities. There you go. You're working really hard. Now, I can tell that all of these are really romantically based, okay? I can tell you've been working really hard at a relationship, either one you already have or one that you want to have. And you're getting really frustrated because you're not seeing the results that you want to see, but which I get from the Eight of Pentacles card. It's this guy sitting there hammering pentacle after pentacle, one after the other. So, that kind of ties back into also how you have so much on your plate right now. And you're working really hard at this partnership or this new love that you want in your life. But you're feeling very frustrated because you're not manifesting it. The King of Wands came out reversed. Wands are for manifesting. The king is a leader, you know, the king of manifesting came out reversed. Trying to get better about explaining the cards for you guys. I'm not very close to the microphone because there's so many cards. But okay, I think this is better. Anyway, so you are in a very vulnerable state right now, which is what this card talks about. Sacred beetle armor. Beetles might have a significance for you. But you have a mighty shield. You're being protected. If there's times where you feel like you're so vulnerable you're not able to protect yourself, just know that there are other forces protecting you. But this card also talks about how, you know, you've taken on too much and that's what's keeping your energy field low. So that's something else to consider. If there's any way that you can carve out more time for yourself, for play, for rest, that's pretty important. However, if it's not possible, your energy is protected. You've got 2 8s, which are interesting. You've got the 8, the alchemy card, and then the 8 of Pentacles, which I showed you. Wait, did I? 8s are about like harmony, infinity, balance. You know, if you kind of just think of the way an 8 looks, it's flow. It's like being in the flow. So I think you're kind of out of the flow because you're taking on too much. You're not feeling balanced. You need to find ways of getting back in the flow. And your way to that is making time for play. I actually want to read from the book for this one. Okay. In Egypt, Bast, the cat-headed goddess, and Sekhmet, the lion-headed goddess, represented 2 powerful aspects of the sun: the life-giving, pleasurable aspect and the burning, destroying aspect. Bast was worshipped as Bubastis, where vast celebrations were held. She ruled pleasure, joy, music, dance, health and healing, the moon, and of course cats. Bast bats at you with her paw to urge you to come and play with her. It is time to divert yourself with something that is amusing, fun, and totally recreational. Has play been a low priority for you? Do you know how to play? What does play mean to you? Perhaps you've been working so hard that you've forgotten to give yourself a play break. Bast tells you the way to nurture wholeness lies in engaging in play. It's time to discover the ways you are able to play and do it. Bast. Yeah, you'll be amazed at like how that will heal so much of what you have going on. This lack of energy, this overwhelmed feeling you have, this unbalanced feeling you have, this uninspired feeling you have. Everything that I was mentioning can be cured with play. And if you think about it, this is a goddess of the sun. The sun is creation and warmth, fire. You know, pointing this out because it was reversed, and Bridget is inspiration, fire, creation. This is your answer. Yeah. I would like to read the alchemy card to you. I know I kind of just touched on it while I show it to you. The frequency of alchemy activates our magical ability and remembrance of the magic that we all hold inside. Each one of us has the potential to access the ancient knowledge that allowed the true alchemist to perform the miracles of transmutation. I take this as a message of play. That energy you're going to get from play, you're going to transmute that energy into creativity, which is going to affect your whole life, your bread and butter, your responsibilities, your energy in general. You're going to alchemize that play energy into something very useful, and you're going to have a great time. You're going to lighten up. I'm also getting a message coming in, like, make some summer plans that are playful, that aren't just work, you know? I know if you do what you love, that, work can be like play, but it's still work. So, I mean, I think you need to make some summer plans that are completely recreational, like the book was saying, about Bast. Which leads me to this. Let's go to your romance angels. Honeymoon. This person you're interested in, or this person that you're with, different for different people. This is general reading. Plan a trip with them. You need to get away. They need to get away. And it'll help renew your relationship if you're already in one, or it'll give you a great start. I mean, who doesn't want to start a relationship with an adventure? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This is part of manifesting, is visualization, so it can happen. Because, the wands, the King of Wands here, the wand manifests into the physical realm. A wand turns things into a pentacle, which are physical in terms of the cards. But this is reversed. So I feel like until you can't manifest until you've really got it set in your head what you want, know you deserve it, know you can have it, know it's yours. And be positive about it. Don't have doubts about it. That's part of manifesting, And that quote just popped in my head. What you seek is also seeking you. Rumi. Yeah, romantic feelings. I think for a lot of you, this is a new person. It's not an existing relationship, but I get the vibe. There's a small group of you. It's a relationship you already have. And this is just confirmation that, this is the right person that you're with. There are real feelings here. You may just need to kind of freshen them up again with a vacation. But for those of you who haven't met this person, yes, your feelings are real and worth exploring. This is potentially going to be something wonderful for you. Oh, yeah. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Yeah, this is it. If you're with someone, that's your relationship. If you're interested in somebody, yeah, that's your relationship. Definitely something wonderful. And I get the feeling like you see this angel kind of hovering over them. What I was saying, this actually ties back into this card from earlier. Angels are looking out for your relationship. So this is definitely a divine partnership, soulmate, higher soulmate, twin flame type of reading where your souls are connected or destined to connect. Angels are helping, guides are helping. Ancestors are helping. That just came in. I think that there's definitely some ancestors who pulled some cards for these readings because I can always tell when the cards come out super fast and there's a bunch of them. For those of you watching, your ancestors. But, I also feel like they're protecting you in this time of transition and vulnerability. Because as you're kind of trying to figure your life out and your energy out in a better way to be inspired and not feel so overwhelmed and energetically drained, you're also, looking to either renew your partnership or start something new. So yeah, you are vulnerable. This is a time of great change. But it's also not a bad thing to be vulnerable. I feel like we are taught to believe that that means weakness, but actually, it takes someone really strong to be vulnerable. Sorry, I pulled back from the microphone. So yeah, your last romance angel is make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. These two kids here, look at how innocent and sweet that love is. Like, this love is pure. That message just came in. This is a pure love. It's not a controlling love. It's not a selfish love. It's not a codependent love. It's the real deal. It still exists. Romance is still alive. Okay. Let's see what else. Your unicorn oracle. Love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. I think this message is going to be very different for a lot of you. Let's just go with the ones that come in. First message that I know is here for some of you. I know you're mad at your parents. I know that in some ways they did not nurture you the way that they should have. However, this was from a deeply seated ancestral wound, that goes back to their parents, to their parents, to their parents. These things are passed on through DNA, these traumas, these wounds. So they love you. Of course they love you. You were literally born from them. But these wounds, these traumas, prevented them from treating you in the way that they should have. And for some reason, I'm getting a message right now like they know that and they're sorry. So I think for some of you, your parents have passed and are here right now. I'm kind of tearing up. They just really want you to know how much they love you and they're sorry. Wow, I really didn't expect that to come through. Sorry, just give me a second. Yeah. For others of you, your parents are still alive, and this is still true. For many of us, it is. Parents can be controlling. They can project their ideas of how they think you should be onto you. And they think they know what's best, and they really are coming from a place of wanting you to have the best, but they forget that, children grow up and figure out what's best for them. I think this is a very common problem with parents. A lot of parents, they want their kids to be a reflection of who they are, so they project like their unfulfilled dreams onto them. Sometimes, actually mostly unconsciously, because they see their kids as, basically them, the way families can be sometimes. Like, they see the family as a reflection of who they are, which is why they care about, like, their image in society. Basically, the message here for all of you is that your parents love you to the best of their ability. Like, they love you, they definitely love you, but traumas and wounds that have been passed down and maybe have even just happened to them in their lifetime can prevent them from showing and expressing love in the most healthy way, where they, give you freedom and trust you and guide you without being overbearing and don't talk down to you and, respect your individuality, etc., etc. You know what I mean? So, looking at the bottom of the deck energies, there's another message coming in. You're worried that this relationship is going to be like the one your parents had. And that's not the case. It's a natural worry, I think, for human beings. Like, I wouldn't say exactly natural. It's a common worry, because they were your model of a relationship growing up, for years and years and years, in your formative years where you're really developing and getting to know what the world's like. But you can create your own world. That message just came in. You are your own person. Of course, we're going to have certain qualities of our parents, but you are still your own person. Which ties back into what I was saying about how, parents sometimes don't let you be your own person, even though you actually are. Okay, let's move along. Woo! Sorry, these are amazing. It's just, I'm a little overwhelmed. Okay. Happy surprise. Something very good is about to happen. I feel like what I'm getting is you're going to find the perfect opportunity for playfulness to go and just have some fun. Something is going to happen. Someone's going to say something. Something's going to free up in your schedule. Someone's going to call you, like an old childhood friend. a scenario along these lines, or maybe even one of these scenarios. I wouldn't be surprised since those just came in. And you're going to just grab it and take it because you're going to know how important and beneficial and healthy this is for you. The happy surprise, I think, is going to be that, aha, now I can make some time. I'm going to make time. I have to make time. Here I go. I'm going to do it. And just be fully there. And when I say be fully there, like just fully let yourself go. Don't think about your responsibilities. Don't think about your schedule. Don't think about like the work you have to do later. Just go and be free. Just go have fun. Love. The answer that you're seeking is love. Love through forgiveness of your parents. Love through understanding and accepting that we all have traumas and wounds that we're all working to heal. Or some people just aren't even aware that they can heal them or that they even have them. Love, compassion, understanding, forgiveness. Love also in this new relationship or a renewal of the relationship that you have. Love is the ultimate healer. And it's the ultimate energy that sets you free. You know, we're conditioned that love like ties us down. But that's exactly the opposite of what healthy love does. No matter if it's parental love, familial love, brotherly love, romantic love, the healthiest expression of love sets you free. It lifts you up, it expands you, it inspires you, it makes you feel safe to be who you are. I feel like that is another really big message for this group. It is safe to be who you are. You can finally be who you are with this person, and it's going to be beautiful. You're just going to water each other like you're flowers, and you're going to grow together. That meme just popped in my head. I don't know if you guys have seen that one where it's like there's these two flowers that are watering each other with their watering cans, and it's like, you grow, I grow. I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. So, I'm just looking at the bottom of the deck energies. Four of Cups reversed. You feel like you've been in a rut, which definitely ties into what I was saying. But your rut is like overwhelmed, lack of energy, too much on your plate. But this came out reversed. So, you know, breaking out of that rut through playfulness, through this happy surprise where you can create this opportunity or opportunities and make plans for more of them. Don't just make this a one-time thing. A healthy life is a balanced life, and a balanced life includes play. Sorry. I feel like it's very important for you to know this. Let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. Wait for the right time to make, wait for the right time to present itself to you for play. Wait for the right time to present itself to you to make a move with this person, whether you're already with them or it's someone new in your life. Don't feel like you have to control everything because the universe is working with you. There we go. You know, like that angel in that card. Listen, heed the guidance. You don't have to do everything yourself. Last card. Nine of Wands. It's like being weary in the final battle. And for you, it's like coming out of that energy of feeling like it's you against the world and feeling weary and exhausted. Know that you're protected and guided. Like what I was saying with this card, you have a mighty shield. I'll read out of the book if you guys leave me a comment. Okay? I just want to end this reading and get on to the next one because I have been going on and on, I feel like. Although it's been good. Come out of this energy, okay? You're loved, you're protected, you're guided, and there's someone out here for you who's your true love. And your parents love you too. Try to forgive them. And also, one last message, you may need to set some boundaries with your parents if they're alive and still trying to be overbearing and run your life. Kindly. Kindly set boundaries, okay? And if they aren't receptive to that, then you may have to cut them out for a while. I'm not saying forever, but I mean, you can only do so much until you're like, okay, like, this is draining my energy, you know? Sometimes you just have to come back to people later. Sometimes, you know, you kind of have to, like, for a lack of a better word, kind of like punish them and then, you know, let them sit with that feeling so they don't do it again. There's very, you know, different types of scenarios, but just figure out what works for you. You know your parents better than I do. So, all right, pile number one. Whew. Okay. Pile number two. What's going on with you, pile number two? What is going on with you? Oh. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Oh, yes. All of them have a lot of romance angels, but I want to make sure you see them all too. So, can you kind of... I'll hold them up to the camera. Whoa, a lot of different energies going on with the romance angels. I see why so many wanted to come out. Okay. Let's see here. I'll just lift them up because they didn't all make it in the camera. I honestly did not expect so many cards to come out, guys. So let's do the dang thing. So basically, now is not the time for get-togethers, parties, celebrations. I mean, I feel like this energy, like you're really anxious. You want to get out there. You want to have fun. You're kind of feeling, you know, that renewal of energy. But now is not the time for that. And you'll see what I mean. That's why it came out reversed. You are at this new beginning in your life, okay? Yay. Congratulations. Your bags are packed light. You're feeling fresh and free and ready to make that leap. And that's beautiful. There are some things to consider, though. You have been avoiding soul time. When I say soul time, I mean like meditation, time with your soul, time to listen to what your soul wants, ignoring the signs from the universe. I'm also feeling. Because you are needing to allow this energy in your life. I feel like the message that's coming in here is stop focusing so much on material things, television, news, shopping, clothes, friends, could be anything physical, literally a pool, like, you know, stop focusing on, you know, whatever, home improvements, and allow your soul to speak to you. It has a lot of things it wants to say to you in this new beginning of your life. So this next cycle brings the most fruit. You know what I mean? Funny. I get this message coming in with this card coming out reversed. I feel like you've got so many great material things that it's starting to distract you from the non-physical realms. the messages that you need, the peace, the quiet, the meditation, like I was saying earlier. So, that's so great that you're in like a very materially abundant place in whatever way that resonates for you. Maybe with your job, even. Jobs are material. But I feel like it's distracting you, which is why this came out reversed. Because, yes, you are at this new beginning, okay? But you're also at a crossroads. And I'm getting the feeling that the crossroads is between like being overly materialistic, overly focused on the physical realms, the physical things, your physical job, etc. Being overly physically focused, or going on a spiritual path. And I don't mean like it's one or the other. You gotta leave all your things and all your friends and all your jobs behind. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you are at a crossroads between who you used to be and who you can become. You can either continue being this person, but I think you and I both know that it's making you feel a certain emptiness that you can't fill with material things no matter what it is. This Shakti energy card. It's the 7 chakras. This person's meditating, they're connecting to their crown chakra, which connects to the universe, universal wisdom, where all the messages come in, where you can access the Akashic records, messages from your ancestors, the higher realms of existence, the universe, God, whatever you believe in. I'd say research the 7 chakras, get to know them a little better. It's actually pretty fun because there are material things that you can use to connect to the spiritual realm, which has worked out really well for me. Crystals, oils, they coincide with the different chakras. They're pretty fun. You can meditate with them. You can figure out what you really need to work on and then get a crystal for that. If you have any questions, I have a decent amount of knowledge I'd be happy to share with you or direct you to someone. Actually, I'll just tell you. Sage Goddess, she's epic. She's on all the social media platforms. She has her own website. She sells all the things I just mentioned. It might be a good way for you to kind of still maintain like that material appreciation that you have, but then get more involved on your spiritual path, because you can also ask her like, can you send me a crystal for whatever it is I need right now? And then she's so intuitive that she will know what to send you. And then you'll know, oh, I really did need to work on that. Or, oh, I am feeling much better about this now that I carry this crystal with me, or now that I meditate with this crystal. Yeah, I think you just need to be less focused on relationships. This card came out reversed, and more focused on yourself. Artemis runs wild with the animals. She's a hunter. She's wild, she's free, she's powerful, she's fearless. I feel like these are your 2 paths. So one path, keeps you with all the people that you're comfortable with. And I'm not saying you're going to lose them either, but as you change, either your relationships with them will change or fade away. I can tell you from experience, but I can also tell you from experience that it's so rewarding, and new people will come even if you do lose them. And also, when you see your relationships with people you really love transform, they're going to be in awe of you. They're going to want to learn from you. And you'll have an even better relationship with them. So, although you may feel kind of isolated and lonely, you'll get so much stronger. And you'll get to know yourself better. Yeah, because I think one of your main lessons is that 5 of Pentacles is kind of feeling left out in the cold. You need to learn how to be alone in a healthy way, in a joyous way. Because then you come together with people not out of need or a need for validation, but out of a genuine desire to share. And then that's what people come to you for too. And it's not depleting and it's not codependent. It's beautiful flowering. I've been making a lot of flower references today. Definitely am feeling the Beltane vibes. Seven of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, because you're reflecting on what you've already grown in your life. That's where I got that message earlier about how I was saying that it's kind of wearing thin. There's an emptiness you can't fill. You're not exactly happy with what you have. You're not feeling fulfilled and peaceful and happy and joyous. Okay. In terms of the, not paying attention to the signs and the synchronicities that I was mentioning earlier, these can come in so many forms. It could be repetitive numbers. It could be a song that really catches your attention, the lyrics in the song. It could be an animal that you're seeing a lot. And not an actual animal, although it could be. I'm just saying, like for me, for a while, I was seeing owls everywhere. Like I was seeing like an owl on a painting in my grandparents' bathroom, on the tarot cards, on the TV, in ads. And then I actually started hearing owls outside of my grandparents' house, which I'm like, what? Like, I didn't even know there was owls around here. So you kind of pick up what I'm saying, right? You could see it anywhere. A movie, basically whatever is repeating. Look up the significance, the meaning behind it, and then kind of apply it to your own life and what you're going through. Because you'd be surprised how the universe communicates with you. But I'm getting the message, pay attention specifically to the animals you see, okay? You are gifted. This time you're going to spend alone with yourself is going to help you tap into your unique gifts. You are very intelligent and talented. I think you're going to discover new things about yourself you never even knew before, and it's going to bring you to a very empowered state, but you do have to do this alone. And it is rewarding. It's not like, oh God, you have to do this alone. Good luck. Like, it's rewarding. Okay, so let's address the specific people in your life that I'm getting messages for. Okay, wow, that's amazing because I just looked at the clock and it's 2:22 p.m. and 2 is the number of relationships and partnerships. Wow, okay, that's a confirmation for what I'm about to tell you. So, this is a general reading. I'd love to hear how these messages resonate. These are two very different messages, okay? But it's addressing the people in your life. Let's do them one at a time. Brothers and sisters. This is either going to be your actual siblings, people who have incarnated into your life, who have been your siblings in a past life, or friends that you call your brother or your sister, okay? This ties back into what I was saying about how don't be scared you're going to lose them, because if they really love you, not only will they go with the flow of your changes and appreciate you even more as you come more in touch with yourself, but your relationship with them will improve. Also, you're going to get to know who really loves you for you and who doesn't. I mean, I remember as I've been moving along my spiritual journey, I started to realize people who were very important to me were actually like in my life for very superficial reasons on their end. And although it was really harsh, I'm glad I learned it. I'm glad I figured it out. I'm not saying this is necessarily the case, but I just wanted to give you like an example. People who really love you for you are going to be excited about this, and they're going to give you the space that you need. Also, you may have to set up healthy boundaries with your brothers and sisters, actual siblings. If they're not giving you the space that you need, you can do this in a very kind way. You have to communicate boundaries. Also, you may start to discover like who you knew in a past life and what role they're playing now. You'll be amazed at the stuff that you will discover when you embark on a spiritual path. It's so enlightening and refreshing, and things that were so hard for you that you really couldn't understand, that couldn't be explained in logical terms, will start to make sense. I got the chills. It'll be so refreshing and amazing. And I would love for you to share your experience with me because it's such an honor to do this. And, you know, I'm still healing and I'm still going through my spiritual process. I mean, in a lot of ways, this is my reading too. That's why I was kind of giggling when I laid these cards out. Yeah. Okay. So, what else do we have? Oh, we have five. We have 5 romance angels. 5 romance angels. So, oh yeah, okay. So that was the brothers and sisters. There's also someone in your life. Okay, first of all, this unrequited love is you are going to notice that there are people who meant a lot to you who had you in their lives for the wrong reasons, which makes sense why I shared that with you. Better to know though, right? I think so. It's important to have healthy, authentic relationships. But also I believe there is a specific person that you're with or you've just broken up with romantically, or an ex from your past who keeps trying to come back. I think you're going to have a tough conversation with somebody to let them know that, you know, not only do you have to go and do your own thing right now, however you want to explain that, but you just don't feel the way that they feel, and they deserve to be with somebody who feels the same way, you know? So I get the sense that you need to break up with somebody, or there's someone you just recently broke up with because of this, or there's an ex coming back from your past that you need to have this conversation with, like that just won't quit. They're just like set on you, and you just really have to like kindly put them in their place. You know, there's a balance between like being like really strong and getting the message clearly and firmly. You can do that, and also be kind and respect their feelings and acknowledge them and validate them, you know, and show them that there's another path for them that's going to make them happy, because we all deserve to be happy. It's just sometimes things don't work out the way that we thought they were going to. And that's okay. As long as we can accept it, if we can accept that. So, you know, the unrequited love goes with the separation. I think a lot of you are in a relationship that you have to take a step back from. You may not want to entirely end it like forever. You may just need to tell them you need a break till you figure things out. You just need some time apart. However, when you get this time, you'll figure it out. That message just came in for somebody, some of you. Basically, just do what feels right, what feels authentic for you. I feel like you're at this crossroads and you're ready to be authentic. Just do it. It's so rewarding in so many ways, and I hope that I'm helping you to see all the different ways. Yeah, this makes sense with the someone from your past is returning to your life. For some of you, it's what I was saying. An ex is coming back and they're just like really set on you, but you're going to have a tough conversation with them. Something similar to what I mentioned earlier. But for others, feels like a past life relationship wants to return to your life. And what's funny is there is a past life card, and it didn't come out, but I'm still getting that energy from this card. I think as you delve into yourself and your gifts and becoming more confident and secure and evolved in yourself, this person's going to come back into your life. And that actually is mentioned in the explanation for this card. That once Artemis is just completely fulfilled and happy and strong on her own, that's when her true mate comes and it's like, hey, I'm ready. Look at you. I mean, that's not what the book says. Pretty much though. This passion card. I think it's more about you. Becoming passionate about who you are. Your talents, your gifts, your uniqueness, your intelligence. I'm getting another message coming in that you have some clair gifts, Clair. Look up all the different types of clairs. It's basically like psychic gifts that come in different forms for the different senses. Become passionate about who you are. I'm not going to lie though, I'm also feeling like these go together for those of you who have a past life relationship that's going to come back, because this guy is like in the clouds and then this guy is an angel from the clouds. So I feel like a very passionate relationship wants to come through for you once you choose the path of selfhood and actually go down it and live it and embrace it and get passionate about it, you know? Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask. This ties back into those relationships in your life that feel real but are going to turn out to be deceptive. There's a few cards now that clarify that message, so I'm really sorry to deliver it to you, but you know, I'm happy to deliver the truth knowing that it's going to help you in the end. I know it's going to hurt, but I know it'll help you. So yeah, and you may even find out the person that you were with or that you're breaking up with or from your past is really deceptive. I'm getting that message. Just like pay really close attention. Try to remove your emotions from the situation when you deal with people now, and pay attention to how they treat you, the way they talk to you, their energy. Try to focus on, I feel like you're an empath. Focus on your empathic ability. You can look that up too if you aren't familiar with that term, empath. Because you can pick up on the truth if you can remove yourself from a situation. It's going to help you so much in the end. Like, I feel like there may be like a decent amount of upheaval in your relationships, but it's important for you to focus on yourself right now anyway. So, and it's going to be beneficial for you in the end. Just looking. I want to read this one bottom of the deck energy to you. The Akashic Library is open. So, remember earlier, I was talking about how like you can connect to the Akashic Libraries from the crown chakra, which is the purple flower of life. You may have heard that term, the purple chakra. It can also be seen as like a white or like a diamond, or there's different colors in that spectrum, or like a purplish white. But the Akashic Library is basically like the wisdom of the universe, the wisdom of everything that's already been experienced. You can access that through meditation, through crystal work. Some crystals actually specifically connect you with the Akashic Libraries. Yeah, leave me a comment if you want me to read it out of the book. All right, pile number 2. Woo. Pile number 3. What's going on with you, my friend? Getting real creative. Ooh. Getting real creative, digging deep. Breaking the chains. Sorry, the last reading I turned them all towards the camera, but I will in a second. People around you trying to keep you chained, breaking those chains. Choosing a healthier path, an abundant path, a creative path, a passionate path. By digging deep into yourself, into those corners that most people dare not go, and learning to appreciate them, learning to appreciate everything about yourself, is unlocking this creative aspect of yourself. Wow. Wow. Oh, this is so good. So, for some of you, you've chosen to leave a marriage. You've chosen to say goodbye to a marriage. You'll soon see that this change will make things better. Feels like it was a tough decision, but it needed to be made. In this process, love heals fear. The power of your love can help bullies and angry people to be less afraid. Your spouse may be angry. You know, people do things that they later regret out of anger, out of feeling rejected. If you can just be kind and loving, you can help heal the situation. If you can be the bigger person, that's what I'm feeling. Now, I don't think that'll apply for all of you, so that's just a message that I'm getting here. The beginning message, though, that I told you definitely applies. I think you may be worried about your finances. However, you don't need to, because you've chosen to break the chains of the people around you who have tried to keep you stuck in a box and drain your energy and just weren't like serving your highest good. You're going to get this 10 of Pentacles, which is the ultimate abundance. People around you, material abundance, because you have broken the chains. You've broken the chains of the devil, and you've come into the opposite energy, the lovers, the angel. This came out reversed for you. This 5 of Wands energy also goes with it. It's one person surrounded by 4 others who are using their wands to keep them isolated in this circle, feeling alone, feeling drained, feeling competed against, like people are always looking down on them and looking for a fight. Breaking out of that, which has created this opening in your life. Like you have, sorry, I'm getting carried away because your message is so positive. You face this darkness within yourself and others, and you were willing to be honest about it. You were willing to be like, this is what's happening here. And that's tough and brave. Bravo. I'm getting chills. You found solutions in unknown places in the darkness. You were able to be so honest that you created this opening within yourself for creativity to flow, for your creativity to flow, because you weren't being kept in a box anymore. You weren't being kept isolated. And now you're feeling the passion. And if you haven't felt this yet, it's going to happen for you. It's coming. Because I can feel the energy very strongly. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight. That's exactly what I was saying. You were willing to face, or you are willing to face now, whichever one applies, those heavy emotions within yourself and others to get to the truth of the matter. Wow, literally says that on this card. That's amazing. I'd be willing to read out of the book for any of these cards if you want further insight. Yeah. Don't worry about your finances. Abundance is going to come in for you because you've cleared out all the bullshit. So you have not only created an opening for abundance to flow to you, but you can create abundance from you. For a steady, even flow. Like, I think you're going to amaze yourself. Just continue to believe in the truth. Continue to search for the truth. I actually, now that I see all the cards, I'm pretty sure all of you, this deals with a marriage. I mean, you know, this card has been read in different ways. It's possible that, like, maybe a significant pair of people in your life have gotten a divorce, which has affected you, but I don't know. I think it's you. Let me know how that resonates. Whatever happened, there was some kind of ending, and although it hurts, this change is for the better. From the Unicorn Oracle, okay? And this actually also reminds me of the 10 of Pentacles, which you also got, which is all these people in a very abundant environment. So if you're not seeing this yet, this is coming in for you. Just keep up the positivity. Keep digging. Keep being authentic. That is the key. That is your key. Also, find ways to be creative. Like maybe, I'm also seeing, because you got the finances and career with the creativity, that you either need to introduce creativity into your job, or have a side job that's creative, or you need to scrap your job altogether and start that creative field that you are passionate about. I feel like there is somebody that you're interested in. And I'm not sure, what stage you are of your breakup, or if you've even been through one. But whoever this person is that you're interested in, you're being encouraged to make a gesture, even a light one, flirt, send a cute message. I got a message coming in that this person is a part of your workplace. Make a gesture, a light gesture, and see how they respond, and then just go from there. It doesn't have to be like huge, especially if you're not ready. But you do deserve love. You are lovable. I want you to know that. I mean, look at you. Look at everything you've done. Who wouldn't love a person like that? Brave, creative, passionate, willing to face the darkness and turn that into light. Oh, I love when the cards do that. You do have a lot of friends around you who are helpful, who are still there for you, who are still good for you. So that's great. Ask for and accept support from others. Talk to them about it. Or find groups of like-minded people. And also sometimes you just need to hear like another perspective to really get yours more like solidified. Or just, add a little something to it, or see it in a new way. Yep, that's your reading. I mean, okay, I'd be really surprised if anyone who chose this pile isn't going through a divorce, because I'm really feeling that. I'd love to hear otherwise. Because you got this reversed, then this is like the final battle, so I think maybe you're in the final stages of your settlement. But if you can end this kindly, what I was saying earlier, the power of your love can help angry people and bullies feel less afraid. And the afraid concept can also apply to feelings of rejection, which really boils down to fear, being afraid, afraid that someone doesn't want you or you're not worthy. And they may not even be fully aware. If you can just be kind and fair, you can turn this around. You can make this less of a final battle type of mentality. And so some of you are worried about your kids. Okay, I'm sorry, I just saw that pop out. Well, even more of a reason to be kind to your partner. Or, I'm sorry, ex-partner. I'm sorry. But, you are still going to be partnering and parenting in whatever way it is. I mean, even if you get custody, they're still their other parent. So, yeah, all the more reason to just be kind and fair, even if they're not being that way. You'd be surprised when you're kind to somebody and you don't stoop down to their level, eventually they stop. Eventually they feel bad. At least in my experience, eventually they're done. And then if you're still kind and they see a friend in you, then you can create a friendship from something that was chaos, Yeah, you're breaking out of this rut. You're breaking out of a rut. This is 4 of Cups reversed. 4 of Cups is this person sitting under a tree, 3 cups in front of them, another cup being offered to them, and they're just not interested in anything. Like you were just in a rut in your life, and now you're breaking out of it. It's good that this ended. And if it's not a marriage, whatever ended in your life, it's good it ended. Maybe it was just like a significant long-term relationship. I'd love to hear feedback. I'm actually really curious now, because I'm getting really strong marriage energy, divorce energy. Yeah. And if there's a question you had coming into this, like, is this the truth? Is what I'm feeling in my gut and my intuition the truth? Yes, it's the truth. And you'll know the truth by how it feels. If it creates fear within you, it's not likely the truth. If it startles you but creates eventual peace, it's true. It's the truth. And sometimes, the truth is hard to swallow, but once you swallow it, once you actually allow yourself to swallow it and digest it, you feel so much better, right? You know what I'm saying. This really ties into your reading, too. You were willing to dig in for the truth. You faced your fears. This came out reversed. You faced the darkness and you realized that some of it is not so bad. Or some of it you just had to get rid of, and although it was hard to get rid of, in the end it worked out. You faced the fear. You remembered that you are a cosmic flower. The frequency of cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. You started to become at home in yourself, and as you became at home in yourself, you started to realize what outside of you wasn't home anymore. Okay. And if you are in the middle of a settlement, let go of control issues, allow the situation to unfold naturally. I know it's hard, but I'm getting the message that divine timing is at play. It's also teaching you patience. Also, in terms of this new person that you're interested in, allow it to unfold naturally. It might happen slowly, but it all starts with the first gesture. So, like I was saying earlier, just go with the flow. It's probably better that it happens kind of slowly, kind of feel things out. But who knows? Maybe then it'll speed up out of nowhere and that'll feel natural too. So just go with the flow, whatever the flow is. Try to respect the flow of life and the universe, the higher power that you believe in. I assume you believe in one since you're listening to my readings. And trust in that. Have faith. Okay, guys, happy Beltane. Let's end the reading with the Sacred Heart. The bonfires are significant for Beltane. Bye. Where's my mouse? Hello? Oh my god, really? Oh, okay, there it is.